And you get a snack.
Great.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What?
You just took a step forward there.
I did.
Yeah, you did. You know you did.
I didn't realize.
Ah, I see. Oh my, you just did it again. This is like watching a master at work in his dojo.
Whereupon you revealed the tip of the iceberg of your tendencies, and I was forced to take a step forward to escape the vortex.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah, again.
And now you're casting me as the author of a Byzantine conspiracy theory of a Machiavellian land grab designed to usurp your position on an aircraft that has 8 seats.
Just step in back of me instead of in front of me.
No, because that would mean going past you again.
I draw a straight line between people like you to investment bankers to politicians to terrorists. Do you have a special need?
Yes. I need to be over there. Give it to me.
I'm giving you my
Give it to me.
Oh.
I hope it's a big place.
It isn't.
If I see you at a restaurant, I'll go to another restaurant.
I'm not gonna be at any restaurants.
Why? You checking into a mental institution?
Oh, you're even worse than he said.
You too.
Do I strike you as someone who has closure?
He's marrying someone else. That's closure. It's closed.
It's corporate brown-nosing on a national scale.
International, and don't sleep on awards. Our country lives on self-congratulation.
I prosecute companies and institutions for culturally insensitive actions or speech.
You're the politically correct police. Is that what you dreamed of, a career in reverse fascism?
I can't remember dreaming. We're just the people you don't know where to stick.
And you might as well just stick us together.
I don't want to be a person you don't know where to stick.
She is a tall glass of hemlock.
She's Danish.
Dutch, I thought.
Danish from Denmark.
I know where Danish are from. Plastic people don't age.
Well, I was hoping he had. I was hoping he'd be less attractive or on his way to obesity. How can we be allowed to feel so much for people who don't feel anything for us?
You're assuming that you're normal, which is hilarious. For a time, you carved out a place in this life when there really shouldn't have been one.
It makes me a dipshit.
I agree. I was just humoring you. Oh, God.
Officer on deck.
So you got to know Mom.
Plenty well enough.
So you met her twice. Oh, this fucking guy.
Who's he with?
His girlfriend.
Howard left your mother?
Left is not a strong enough word. Fled.
Even for an older woman is perverse.
Well, this person shot me, so...
He shot you?
He did. He said I was the embodiment of all his bad choices.
Did it hurt?
Did it hurt? Is that a serious question? He cried. Begged me to kill him. I would, not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't want to fuck up my life. I mean, any more than it already was. Turned out I didn't have to kill him, though, because that night he jumped.
Quite a family. You can't call a 78-year-old woman your girlfriend. It's ridiculous.
What should I call her then?
I don't know. An ossified, pre-dead corpse friend?
She just needs a little more hair and makeup.
I think we passed a mortician on the way in.
I travel with her on your arm. You better know where the funeral parlors are at all times. I've never met her.
Better hurry.
I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Or whatever the pacemaker says it can have.
She was a senior when he was a freshman.
Well, she's a senior again. So you're cheap.
Oh, I'm way worse than cheap. Especially when it comes to free shit. I hoard free shit, especially the gray area of free shit, like the nail files and disposable slippers in the hotel room.
Do you take the shoehorns?
Not the long ones, only the short ones.
Well, that's not a gray area. That's theft. You're a thief. That's because you're a monkey who doesn't understand the human condition.
Having met you, I understand why it's a condition. There are 7 billion people in the world. So when one of them behaves badly toward you, he's actually doing you a great favor because he's saving you time. He's telling you that he's not worth your while. He's freeing you to say, thank you for the information. I will now move on to the 6,999,999,999 other people, some of whom may have some value. You were absolutely right.
What did you say?
Please drag your carcass hundreds of miles to excessively celebrate our happiness. It's far too important to celebrate in anybody's shit-ass hometown.
Or on one calendar day, so kindly give up your entire weekend. Well, some marriages work out.
Yes, and some people have 6 fingers.
So I'm guessing you're single.
I decided to learn from my parents' mistakes. It's a form of evolution.
Don't you believe there's someone for everyone?
Close. I believe that there's nobody for anyone. If the parent-child bond is diseased, you have a better chance of being a sociopath than of being well-adjusted. I consider it a triumph of the will that there aren't shallow graves dotting my backyard. I'd rather be strong and ruined than weak and ruined.
I'm not weak. I just have hope.
That's the same thing.
Can you just carry me, please?
What?
I can't believe I have to ask.
I don't want to shed my mortal coil.
Well, if that happens, you can put me down.
You have a high specific gravity.
Yeah, dense bones.
Really deceptive avoirdupois. If memory serves, he's gay.
The correct term is effeminate American, and actually he's pansexual.
What does that mean? How'd he get the gig?
Fuck the bride and the groom.
Which was like no big deal.
Vanilla.
Do you become a clergyman in an online church of some sort?
No, you can just do weddings.
Funerals, bar mitzvahs.
Just weddings.
How many believers does he have? Why would anyone have my mother as the maid of honor?
I know. It's like having the Grim Reaper at your CAT scan. Was she born during the Great Depression?
No, she caused it.
I used to love this song.
Do you want to dance?
I said used to.
Fine.
Why, do you want to dance?
Of course not. I hate dancing. It's moronic, a complete waste of time. I just thought maybe you wanted to dance to get your mind off things.
Well, I don't, and it wouldn't.
Fine, neither of us wants to fucking dance.
You know, after the whole thing with Keith, I was diagnosed with PTSD.
Rich person's PTSD, privileged person's PTSD. This is why people hate the top 1%.
I am not the top 1%.
Neither am I. A segment of society that doesn't have to worry about basic things like food, clothing, shelter, transportation, or getting shot by the police.
So we're not allowed to have problems?
We're allowed to have them, but no one is interested in them, and I don't blame them. It's been a while since health class.
Yeah, well, if you thought I had a cervical injury, the last thing you're supposed to do is flip a person over like a fucking pancake. Why don't we go to your room and crack open your minibar?
Why don't we go to your room and crack open your goddamn minibar? Calling
From Glen to
Glen
and
down
the
mountains. How do you know the words to this?
Here's to what?
Please.
When you said before that I was an attractive woman, what did you mean?
What do you mean, what did I mean? You're an attractive woman. You're physically appealing.
Well, can you be more specific?
You are beautiful, graceful, and elegant.
You're very handsome. You have powerful eyes. Your hair will never be a problem.
This is a thing?
I coined it.
Stop worrying about fucking each other and start saving the people who are dying in your hospital.
You're patient as a snake in his urethra.
You should all lose your licenses. I'm already alive. I already know shit. But unborn children are none the wiser and deserve to be protected from certain things, like being alive in the first place.
That makes no sense. I think I finally have closure.
A small oasis of time in which we can taste intimacy like it's a piece of free salami at Trader Joe's. Why not?
But what if our real destination was each other?
What if you never say that again? Personally, I'd be worried if my life philosophy began with once upon a time.
Well, I was raised by optimists.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. Sometimes I just willfully reject irony.
You are doomed. That's my blanket.
Yes, maybe.
You might want to shake out the Pringle fragments.
You might want to shake your pink thing. You debate like a child.
You eat like a raccoon.
this position.
You made some poor life choices. Can we still hang together at the farewell brunch?
Who else am I gonna hang with? Although, I suppose I can hang myself.
Why would you canonize a guy who left the church?
Why look to France when you're naming a city in California?
And what the fuck happened with the urban planning here? At some point, did they just give up?
Right. Why do we live, Frank?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You don't find it miraculous that two people like us forged any kind of bond?
I find it debauculous.
Don't you want to believe that things like this actually do happen?
Nope. I'm fond of my cynicism. It's very comfortable.
Like a warm blanket of your own shit.
Yes. I'm very comfortable and warm in my fucking warm blanket of fucking shit.
What if we're falling in love?
Dear God. Why? I mean, how much shit has to fall on your head before you start wearing a hat?
You can't die from jumping out of a basement window. I know what you're gonna say. It's not you, it's me.
No, it's you.